What's up guys, and welcome to another round here in Union Arena in the Tabletop Simulator. Today we're gonna take a look at the two new red decks that you can build. Basically first we have the Speedo Sound Sonic. I built him together with the Boros because the Boros doesn't have his own special trigger and he's kinda good as a support in this deck. And on the other side we have the Garou. You can run the Boros with him too, but I decided to run the Monster Association with him. Both of these are the new red decks that you can build in the One Punch Man set. So let's see how it goes. Let's do a dice roll. Got 4 and 3, no 5 and 3, so the Sonic will go first. Okay, we will start with our first action point here. We have the 0-cost Boros in our hand and the 0-cost Sonic. This card allows us to draw one card, which is pretty good. So I think we're gonna play him first. Gonna rest one action point to play the Boros. When played, draw a card, then place one card from my hand into the sideline. We gain a Raid Sonic and we have the other Sonic in the hand too. I think I will trash one of the 6-cost Boros because I run 4 of them and I will draw one of them later on. Alright, let's untap here and outer. We start with 2 down and draw an extra card on the Garou side. We got the monster cells, which is pretty good. We have some 0-cost Garou and another 0-cost here, which can add a Garou back from the sideline to my hand. We also have one of these Garous up here. A lot of Garous, right? So basically this deck revolves around getting a lot of cards in your sideline, and then your main characters here will gain different abilities. This one will gain Nullify Impact, damage 2, gains an attacking ability, and our Raid Garou will get an attacking ability, impact 1, and character will gain 500 build points. Let's start by just playing a few characters on our field. We don't have a 1-cost, so we just play 2 of our 0-cost. Untap and end out. Alright, we gain our second action point and we gain a Boros, which is good. We cannot do a lot here, so we're just gonna play our 0-cost activity. When played ability, again draw a card, place one card into our sideline, and then we will play one of the Sonics. Untap and end out. Alright, we stay at 2 action points, we have 2 energy, and we got the Timo Energy Garou card, which is good. I think I will use one of my monster cell cards this turn, so I will not move anyone to the front line, and I will not do an action point draw. Let's play our Garou first. When played ability, place up to 2 cards from the top of your deck into your sideline. Again, we want to get a lot of cards into our sideline, so we're gonna place 2 cards. We gain 1 Searcher and we drop 1 Raid Garou, which is not bad because we can add it back with this character. Then we're gonna play the monster cells, switch our 2 action points back to active. I could think about bringing him out already to have 4k on board, or play another one of these to mill more cards before. But I think I will get the 4k out first. So now we're gonna play the Monster Association into our engine land. This is a special site, active main, switch the resting, place the top card of your deck into the sideline. And I can sideline this card, place 1 Garou or monster card from my sideline on top of my deck. Really good card to get the Garous back. Then we are at 5 energy now, so we're gonna play one of the 4-cost Garous. It's not a raid character on the front line. This character will gain abilities based on the number of sideline cards I have. As I already mentioned, at the moment we have 3, so at the moment we have 3, so he doesn't have any special abilities. Right, let's untap. We have a 4k on board and end our turn. So this will be the first 3 action point turn. The red deck, as you can see, is pretty fast and pretty rampy. My opponent already has a 4k here. I just realized I should have dropped one of the Sonics instead of the Hero Almanac, because this character can get it back from the sideline too. I didn't know about that. Right, since I cannot play both of these in one turn, I think I will keep him on the hand. Okay, we already have like some big combos here that we can play. Unfortunately, we don't have an action point restate, otherwise we would do a lot of things. But we can get like more cards. First we will play the Boros into the energy area. Use his when played ability, you may add 1 card from your life area to your hand. If I do, draw 2 cards and place 1 card from my hand into the sideline. So we add the top card, I think, yeah. from our life into the hand, which is a collar trigger, unfortunately, so the trigger will not activate. Then we can draw 2 cards, and we can place 1 card from our hand into the sideline. So we draw the monster cell, which is pretty good, so we can do like a lot of damage this turn. Let's drop one of the Sonics into the energy line, into the sideline, because of his ability. Then we will use the monster cells and restate our 2 action points here. We had 5 energy now, and we need 4 energy for both of these Sonics. So it doesn't matter if I raid with him first or if I raid with him first. I mean, not raid, but like play him first. So let's start by just raiding our Sonic here, move him to the front line. When played, you may place 3 cards from your sideline into your removal area. If you do, draw a card, which we will activate. However, we will keep this Sonic in our sideline. We will remove 3 cards from our sideline and draw 1 card. Then his other ability is, at the end of this character's attack, if I have 3 or less cards in my sideline and there are no characters on my opponent's frontline with 6000 or battle points, you may swap this character with Speedo Sonic on your energy line, so he can switch himself back out. Next, we will play the other Sonic onto the front line. We still have 4 energy. Play this character as active to the field, and when play up to 1 red Speedo Sonic card with 2 or less energy and 1 AP cost from your hand or sideline set to resting on the field, which will be this one. We will play him set to resting, and then his when blade ability activates again. But we don't have any cards in our sideline. I will put him into the energy line. I could have put him on the front line too, but he is rested, so he cannot swing anyways. However, I can use his ability and protect him from certain frontline elimination spells, and then simply move him back in the next phase. So let's move to the attack phase. Let's attack with him first. 4k, my opponent really doesn't want to block it, so we just activate this, which is the draw trigger. And he also wants to have a lot of cards in his sideline. Then I will use his ability. I will put him into the front line and switch him back into the energy line, because my opponent doesn't have a 6k on board and I have less than 3 cards in my sideline. Okay, next I will swing with this Sonic. We'll do the damage again. We have a rage trigger. It's 6 energy. I have a Garou, but I don't have the required energy. I have only 5 energy, so I need to add this to my hand. Alright, let's untap over here and end our turn. We also gain our 3rd action point and draw 1 card. There's another Garou, which is good, and we got the Raid Garou in our hand together with the special trigger. This is a pretty interesting card because he can protect a Garou card from a special trigger of your opponent while still KOing a 5k, and he also costs 1 less if you have a Garou in your hand. So not on your field. I think the first thing I'm gonna do, since we need another double energy card, is do an action point draw, and there it is. Which means I will move this Garou to the front line. We will play the monster cell. Again, we want to have a lot of cards in our sideline, and now the first step is activated. We have 5 cards in the sideline and our Garous will gain some abilities. We will reset the action points. Then we play this Garou into the energy area. When played, you may pay 1 action point. If you do, choose up to 1 character on your opponent's frontline and sideline it. That doesn't apply here. Now we have a total of 6 energy, which means I can raid. And I will raid the 0 cost Garou, move him to the front line, and this character will get drop to 1 card when attacking, because we have 5 cards in our sideline. And for the last action point, we will use the special trigger. We still have a Garou in our hand, so it will cost only 1 action point, and we have 5 energy. Yeah, okay, I didn't make a mistake. I can KO 5k, which will be this guy. And this Garou is protected from a special trigger. Let's move to the attack phase. My opponent only has a 3k, so he cannot really stop any of these attacks. Let's swing with this Garou first, because when attacking ability is look at the top card of your deck, then place it on the top or into your sideline. So let's check this. This is the Super C. Should I draw this card or put it into the sideline? I think it's okay to put her into the sideline. Then we hit for 1 damage. which is a get trigger. Next we will swing with the other 4K. His when attacking ability is draw up to 1 card. So draw 1 card, and we get the Searcher. And then my last attack will go with this Garou. Again, I don't really want to block it. And we get not a trigger. Also, the Sonic needs to reduce both life cards to a minimum, because these Boros will get like a special effect. Okay, let's end our turn. We untap over here. Everything looks good. Yep. We're down to 4 life cards. My opponent still has 5. The total of these life cards need to be 4. So our Boros will be online. Let's draw 1 card. 0 cost. Let's move our raid Sonic to the front line. Just realized his cost is only reduced. He doesn't get a special ability. That was my bad. So if you have another 2 energy generation, we could still raid with him. But we don't have that, unfortunately. We have a special trigger, however. So the Garou is only protected by the special ability from the live trigger. He's not protected from the actually event card. Which means we're gonna use the event Blade Leg and get rid of him immediately. I think we get rid of this guy. Although if I would KO him, we would only give him 1 card into the sideline, but I think he is more dangerous with the draw 1 ability. Then I think I will draw 1 card with this ability. When Blade, you may place 3 cards from your sideline into your removal area, and I can draw 1 card. There are 3 cards here, so I can remove them and draw 1. And we could potentially draw another card with this guy. However, we can make our opponent block by discarding a 3K. Or even a 4K. Yep, that's pretty good, I think. So for our last action point, we will activate the Hero Almanac, draw a card, and then you may place 1 character card from your hand into the sideline. If you do, choose up to 1 character on your opponent's front line with base battle points equal to the battle points of the card placed into your sideline. It gains the ability this character must block your opponent's attack if able until the end of the turn. So we will drop one of the 4K Speed Sonics in our sideline, and we will choose this Garou. So this Garou needs to attack, needs to block our first attack. So we can get rid of him, which is pretty good. We cannot do anything else. We move to the attack phase. We will swing with the Sonic. The Garou needs to block this, but he will get KO'd. Then I have less than 3 cards in my sideline, so I could switch him out with this character. And now I'm gonna swing another 3K, which he could block with this Garou, but it's like not really good, so because he would lose like too many cards. And we get a draw trigger. Not bad. Alright, let's untap over here and end our turn. We draw and we get it. Alright, we can do a bunch of things this turn. I think I will keep him in the energy line for now. Let's start by using our search. Search the top 3 cards. For a Monster Association or Garou card, I think I will take the Monster Association here. We'll bottom deck them. Alright. If you added the card, place 1 card from your hand into the sideline. Let's put the 0 cost into the sideline. Then we will use his ability, switch to resting, add up to 1 Garou card from my sideline to the hand. I need to sideline this card, right? Yep. We'll search our sideline and get the raid Garou back to our hand. Then we will play the... should we play the second? Let's play this Garou into the energy line. Place up to 2 cards from the top of your deck into the sideline. We got 1 and 2. That's a special trigger, it's not good, but now we're only missing 1 card. We will have all of our abilities. However, we will first use our last action point to raid this Garou. Move him to the front line. It doesn't have a when blade ability. Now we're just missing 1 card for the second ability to hit. However, that's not really a problem, because next turn I think we can go all out. Let's go to the attack phase. This character will gain 500 battle points, by the way, and impact 1. Let's swing with him first. First is when attacking ability activates, you can draw 1 card. He has impact 1, so it doesn't really matter if any one of them blocks him. Will still do 1 damage, which is the final trigger. And then we swing with the 3k, and I think I will actually block this. Because I want to keep some of my life cards active. Alright, let's untap over here and end our turn. It's kind of funny how this side tries to keep his sideline clean, while the other side tries to keep his sideline really full. It's kind of the difference in these decks. So let's draw 1 card. Still no double energy, so we cannot get the Boros out. We can draw a lot of cards. Let's put him to the front line, I think. Let's also put him on the front line, why not? We don't need that much energy at the moment. We can get it back pretty quickly. Let's start by playing one of the Boros, draw 1 card and put 1 card into the sideline. Here's the double energy generation that we need. We will put the Gorilla, nullify impact into the sideline. Immediately we're gonna play this double energy generation. I can place 3 cards from your sideline in the removal area, but that doesn't matter. Now we have 6 in total, which means we can actually raid with this Boros. I will raid the 0 cost character, of course. Move him to the front line. Even Blade ability activates. This character gains 1000 battle points until the end of the turn. If the combined total of your life and your opponent's life card is 4 or less, you may pay 1 action point. If you do, choose up to 1 character on your opponent's front line and sideline. Okay. So he does get a special ability based on the number of life cards. So he gains 1000 battle points until the end of the turn. And our life cards are still too much, so he will not gain the other ability. I cannot sideline anyone. Okay, I have 5 cards in my sideline, so this ability won't trigger, unfortunately. But we can still start to swing a little bit here. First we're gonna swing with the impact 1 guy. 4k, so we will do 1 damage anyways, which is a get trigger. Then we swing with our another big body, 4k, which can be blocked by the Garou actually. Then we swing 3k, which connects, and we have a draw trigger. And we swing 1500, which will be blocked. Alright, let's untap over here and end our turn. Okay, we untap this one here too. We drew another Garou. I think we can go for the win now. Okay, let's start by activating the active main ability here to put a Garou on top of my deck, which will be this Raid Garou, and to sideline this card. Then I will use the Hero Almanac. I can draw 1 card and then put 1 card in from my hand to the sideline, and this character must block, which will be the first attack that I do this turn. I will drop one of the 3k Garous to select this Sonic character. His ability is still not activated. Alright, however I don't have enough energy to bring him out. Let's play another Monster Association here and another 0 cost. Okay, I thought we could have played the Raid 2, but we didn't have enough action points, unfortunately. Let's start by attacking. We swing with him first, which will be blocked by this character because he has to block. However, we will still activate the 1 impact damage, which is not a trigger. And this character will be blocked by one of these Sonics. Let's untap over here and end our turn. Okay, we pretty much need to go for the win now. Otherwise we might be dead next turn. Let's do an action point draw here, I think. Yep, because we're gonna play the 2 action point cost Sonic anyways. Let's play him active on the front line. We have enough energy here, right? Yeah. And I can play 1 red Sonic for my sideline. Okay, red Sonics, the red Knuckle. Let's get this Sonic back to our energy area. When Blade ability activates, we remove 3 cards. 1, 2, 3, and we can draw one card. Oh, now we get the action point restate. Okay, well, whatever. Let's move to the attack phase. I think we might actually be able to win this turn. So this character will do 1 damage no matter what. Let's start by swinging with this Sonic first. Because I have 3 or less life cards in my sideline at the moment, so he can get switched out. Because this guy is an impact, I need to block this with the Garou. His ability activates, and I can switch him out for Sonic in my energy area, which will be this guy who's active, so I can attack with him too. Then let's swing with the 4K Sonic. Again, we probably have to block this, but there's still 2 attacks going through. So I will let this hit through. I think it's over, and this is the final trigger. This should have been at the last life, unfortunately, which means now with our Impact 1 Boros, we're gonna finish the game. GG. So the Sonic won this game. So the Sonic and the Boros won this game. They're both pretty quick decks. One of them wants to have his sideline clean to be switched out with other Sonics, and then the Garou, he wants to have like a lot of cards in his sideline, so he gains like a lot of abilities. I think both of these decks are kind of funny, but like compared to the One Punch Man deck, the Saitama deck, they're pretty okay. I hope you enjoyed this video. Check out my other Saitama videos or my other Union Arena videos, and I will see you in the next video.